Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss, and welcome back to the moon and Empyrion Galactic Survival. So, one second, let me just start doing this before I haven't played for quite a while. I've forgotten all of my controls. Is the problem? Hold on. Right. Okay. Let's start digging down here, shall we? There we go. So, the game crashed last time. I suspect it may be because the game had gotten sick of my stupid ship design, or possibly. Come on, keep going. We're near there. There we go. Lovely magnesium. Or I got an explorer token. First time I found magnesium ore. Either that, or possibly because at the end of the last episode, I chopped a what do you call it? A capital vessel in two, and that probably caused some disruption with the amount of stuff being loaded and moved around. So anyway, I'm back now, and I took the opportunity while I was gone to quickly pop back. How far's that one? This one here, okay. To pop back to home base and do a very minor redesign of the ship, of the Thrush. So what I did was I did what I should have done before. I converted it back into sort of a. No, don't do that, you silly person. This. We want this. There we go. The drill. I converted it back to a typical horizontal framed ship, and I put a turret on top so I can deal with the drones that might be around. And what did I do? Did I do anything else? I don't think so. That was about it. And then I came back to the moon. Let's just eat a cereal bar while we're here. There we go. But I haven't played for a while. It's going to take me a moment to get back into all the controls and everything else. Just a couple of weeks, I think. So now I'm back on the moon. What I never got to answer before, what you could be wondering, which is that why am I actually here collecting this stuff? I mean, Pentaxid's a bit more obvious because I've already mentioned this is warp fuel and we need it to go to the next base. But why was I so keen on getting magnesium? Well, we have to be careful around here, by the way, because as in the drone on the scope there, drones do tend to get replaced, and they will kill me pretty fast out here. Yeah, she's kicking off again, see? That one's decided to come in, that drone. Where do I want to go next? Map. Magnesium. So that's southwest. Okay, so Pentaxid is fuel. We really need that to get to the next planet. Let alone the next system. And also it's used for other things as well, like shields, you know that. Magnesium is very important early game because it gets us access to the next lot of weapons. See, I want to go and cause some trouble, is what I want to do. I want to. Is there any options I've got? I guess I've got no lights on the ship. I thought I had some lights. Anyway. Yeah, so we've already said before that the Gatling guns are very nice, but since they're nerf, they're no good for things like taking out actual defences. You know, they're anti-personnel only. So what we need for that, the next thing up, there's lots of other weapon groupings, but the next easiest one to get are rockets. And rockets require magnesium. Now, strictly speaking, I could have gone out and made some rockets already, because I picked up a reasonable amount of magnesium from just visiting points of interest. But you know, in case you're interested in the game, I want to let people know that, you know, the usual place to find magnesium if you need it is on the moon, the first time you meet it. Okay, what else is around here? What else is useful? Pentaxid, Cobalt, Crash. Go for this one over here. We might map something through here as well as we go north west. Oops. There we go. yeah, and other things. The other things we've found traces of, like on points of interest, and also in the irradiated zone, was cobalt. But again, only small amounts. Why does it keep damaging off my mini-map? I see you, cannon drone, over there. We should better leave this here. I try to dig in as quickly as possible so that if a ship does come in, my ship will deal with it and I won't get shot to hell by doing it. Yeah, so cobalt is pretty important for a lot of different engines and things like that as a component in there. And again, we've picked up a little bit in various ways, but we simply can't find much on the planet, so we need to get it somewhere else. So all I'm going to do basically on the moon now is go around and collect various things. I'm not sure if they've got any titanium here. Titanium would also be useful. Titanium is a major component in hardened steel blocks, so the next step up from general steel blocks. And if we're going to start, you know, getting risk of being shot at because we're shooting at other people, then really it makes sense for us to shoot at. Oh, that's what the ship's doing. Makes sense for us to upgrade to better armour is what we really need to do. We're going over this way, aren't we? Cobalt deposit there. There we go. So that's what I'm going to continue on doing here. I will keep an eye out on the moon for any other. How's my suit doing for oxygen? It's fine. For any more crashed ships for their useful resources. And in fact, I'm a little surprised that I've only found one part of a capital ship so far. I suspect there are more here. But, you know, every time you play the game, especially with the random settings that I use, you'll get a different result in terms of what you find. So you can't expect the same thing. As I said before, you know, sometimes you'll get a moon that's, you know, got lots of Xerax bases. You know, a whole group of different ones on there. Other times you'll just get a drone base, which is what we have here. So now that you are aware of what I'm trying to do here, what I think I should do is I shall finish mining up everything that I can from the moon, and if I find anything else interesting, like any other wrecks that seem interesting, or anything like that, then I shall bring you back. Otherwise, I think we might go, before we go back and do the next lot of building that I want to do, I think we might take a little trip back. Now we're more protected with having the very basic amount of, you know, a turret on a ship that can help us shoot down drones. I think we might have a wander around the local system and see what's out there. I don't necessarily know I want to be mining asteroids yet. I might do, depends on which asteroids I find. But I think we'll have a look out there, because again, wrecks out there can be a good source of very rare material that we simply won't find from mining. We have another interesting item over here. It's a rather close meteorite incoming. Oh, cool! Where did it land? So meteorites. Yeah, a magnesium meteorite. I don't actually know much about them. I know you can mine them literally as you want to. You know, just go up to them, mine them, and there's a lot of resources there, far more than one of these patches. But I think it's usually best to put a mining unit on it, and then to keep on mining, to, you know, like a mining core, and keep mining the stuff away. That's quite nice with the magnesium, but we're probably okay with how much stuff we actually have, which is quite a lot. This is one of the things you can find on the moon that's quite common. Why do you keep binging at me, game? It's just a big array, a big weird alien array. Unlike other alien, why am I keep on going up? What's wrong with my controls? Odd. There's no like boxes here or anything like that. There's the drone base over there. Oh, I've got text coming up. Something about, okay, that was spooky, and another unsolved riddle. I didn't realise the text was coming up at the bottom of the screen. But essentially, it's a big weird object. We don't know what it is, and it's a bit strange. But there's nothing on there, as far as I can tell, that is useful. And I've never been. It's a bit hard to get in there and to get open, like to break the core and then break up the stuff. But I suspect it's just made of alien blocks. Is what it's made of. Why is my controls being so weird and drifty? Okay, can you shoot that down for me? There we go. Have my controls been changed or something? Again, I can't remember all of my controls right now, that's the problem. Another thing I noticed was very interesting. Oh, we have got some titanium over there. When we first arrived on the moon, I was... Come on, lift up, Chip. I was quite shocked by how many drones there were. How far away from this base? A reasonable distance, okay. I don't want to be exposed with that drone base watching me. I don't really... There's a drone there, actually. I can see one just above that writing. Yeah, a bit, or we're quite close to it. I'm a little cautious here. I don't think they're getting any closer, those drones, but I'm a bit worried. Where is Cobalt's there? We're going to dig through the hill, even though this is a bit far away. I'd rather start a bit closer than that. Anyway, yeah, I noticed there was a lot of drones on the ship, far more than I'd expect normally. On the ship, on the moon. And I don't know why, it just seemed a particularly large number. I noticed it happens occasionally. Oh no, the Xerax are upset because I'm mining their stuff. Well, tough guys. It's not like you like me anyway. Excuse me. I suspect it might be, this is a thing, before we got to the moon initially, I had, you know, had a bit of trouble, so to speak, in space with Xerax drones, 2 of them chasing me. Because I was silly in getting too close to them. I had no way of shooting them down. And I wonder if a general alert status goes up. If I've been antagonising drones, and therefore when I got here there were a lot more drones just on the surface. I don't know. Maybe. It's just a thought. I have noticed that sometimes after I take out some of their bases, the drone activity goes up a bit. So, could be that. One thing I'm regretting about coming back to the game after quite a time is that I can't remember what sort of supplies I've got back on the base, because there's things like iron are always generally easy to get hold of. There's a source of iron around somewhere. But the things like the other slightly what appears to be common items like silicon and copper aren't necessarily available in such large quantities when you go elsewhere. You know, not every planet is as dense and heavy as the ones in the system, the star of the system, you know, closest into the sun, and so that sometimes copper and silicon, you've got to make sure, you know, you can't just assume you're going to get a lot anywhere. And they're so vital for the things you make, as well as ammo for the copper, that you really need to make sure you've got a good supply of it. So I'm tempted to go and mine up some of the silicon on the moon. On the moon, there's a patch here. I don't actually know with silicon if it's common on other planets or not. I know copper and iron can sometimes be more of an issue. But there you go. I think we'll be okay. I think I do have a lot of silicon back at base. We'll bear that in mind, because I need to keep an eye on. Wow, a pentaxid meteorite. So a quick look at that on the way past. Otherwise, I think we might be done on the moon. Because I've got most of the ones. I just dug out an absolute ton of silicon from a unit there. In fact, that one's medium over there. I think the last one might have been large. It was a lot of silicon I've just dug out. Where is it? That's over there. Not close enough yet. But I think I've got most of it apart from the iron, really. Wow. So, oh, come on, me. This is terrible control on this ship, really. Look at that. You know what I should do actually first? Just looking for drones. Okay. Make sure no one's... I don't know if they decide to come over and check this out. I don't know. You can see here I'm digging away at the meteorite. And it's not... You can see my ammo and my drill going down on the right hand side. I don't appear to be getting anything out of it. Yeah, I'm getting pentaxid. Yeah, I'm getting it quite slowly. I suspect that you need to put a miner on it. That's the best way to do it, I think. That's a terrible waste of drill ammo compared to what I would do normally. How much I would expect to get. You know, I could drill out a huge amount of resources normally from a usual patch of stuff. By the way, titanium, this is far too close to the drone base. I'm not going to try and get that. I think we're done with the moon. I'm really disappointed. Usually there's a lot more wrecks. I'd expect like 4 maybe on, or maybe 5 on there, but never mind. We got the stuff out of the moon we wanted. We got some magnesium, but that makes more magnesium ore makes more magnesium powder, which I mean, ton of crushed stone, of course, for concrete, silicon ore loads, cobalt loads, and quite a bit of titanium, which really buffs up our resources quite well. And here we are, back in space again. Right. Okay. Now we didn't do much mapping last time because of the incident with the drones. So let's have a little look around, see what we can find. There's some bits. So did find some meteorites. Level 1. That's probably, well, the fact it's got a level next to it means that it's almost certainly a defense of some sort. There's that one over there, which is probably so that's probably a defense over there, like a Xerax defense. It's got red around it. The other one is probably that one in yellow over there is probably a what's the corporation? It's gone out of my head. Polaris transport ship of some sort. There's not really point in chasing them down. I don't think you can land on them. It's just another bit of scenery, you know, moving around out here. Anyway, bring you back when we find out what the heck this is. Hopefully, now this one's probably a resource, isn't it? Because I saw on the map it's a resource, even though it's a question mark here. So it's probably a meteorite of some sort, an asteroid. Sorry. So we'll look at what that is. It's a copper asteroid. Okay, I don't think I covered this before, but how to deal with asteroids. So first of all, you have to be bloody careful of any drones that are out here. I can see some on the scope, but I don't think they're actually that close. It's hard to spot them on the map because they'll often be guarding things. There's one there, see. Out here, the sort of drones you meet will kill a person on their own very quickly. So if I was to get out of the ship now, I'd be really quite exposed, and a drone could kill me in a couple of shots probably, even with my heavy armour on, which is already, of course, armour reduced because I've got the EVA boost on it, and therefore, you know, it's even more less armoured than it could be. The other thing you can do sometimes is I park the ship like this so that I can get out and be under the ship and then dig into the asteroid as soon as possible. And of course the other way is to use a miner, auto miner. But the other one we haven't covered is, of course, you know that I think I've showed you before that you can make mining ships. Okay, you make mining HVs and you can make mining SVs. I think you can even put mining units on a capital vessel as well. But the trouble is, I can't yet make the mining drills for a small vessel. They're quite high tech. If I just open up the... Oh, come on, game. You can do it. Come on, work with me. Where's the tech tree? There's the tech tree. There we go. Small vessel. Where are you? Level 25 at the minimum. Is there not another one? Tier 2 laser. Yeah, I'm sure there's another one, but maybe not. A Tier 1 laser. I don't know. So it seems that the developers have deliberately done this so that it makes it harder for you to mine from these easily. Otherwise, I'd come out here with the ship and I'd dig it out. There's another way of doing it as well. If you want to cheat very slightly, is you come out here with a capital vessel carrying an HV that's designed for mining, and then you kick the HV out the door, and it goes, and you can use it to... They manoeuvre very badly, but they can manoeuvre in space in a very limited fashion with like thrusters and things. And then you use a hover vehicle to mine the asteroid. Is another way of doing it. Anyway, another asteroid. We're not going to do this now. We're going to have a bit more of a search around here and see what else we can find, because it seems very empty over here. Let's just head over this way and see what we can... Oh! Are you coming towards me, buddy? It's on the move. Might be coming this way. Let's try and avoid it, shall we? Our friend the laser space drone is back. No. Come on, turret. I think we got him. There's another one. Is my turret out of ammo or something? No, it's not. It's just reloading and being slow. That's what sometimes happens, by the way. You see that tumble? What? Oh, another one. What sometimes happens is, as the shots hit them, that's 2 down. Was something else shooting at me? Anyway, let's see what this ship has got on it. There's another one behind me, possibly. Hold on. Yep. Or is that the other broken one? Oh, I'm cautious about this. We're going to try it. Ready? We'll be fast. Don't mind the flames. Don't know what I got out of that. I don't want to hang around too much. So we can look at this one and see what's there. Whoops! My thrusters, rear thrusters are too powerful. Yeah, the flames won't actually get me. Or if they do, they're not hot enough to actually hurt me with my ship. With my armour. Mechanical nanotubes. Nothing that great, actually. That's probably not the best you can get out of this. There's probably other things you can get from... drops you can get from that a ship like that. Like rare ammo and stuff like that, because laser uses rarer ammo than we've got here. But anyway, we dealt with them this time. That's how it should go, normally, if you haven't built a terrible ship with improper defences. Wow, Promethium asteroid. Lovely. That'd be great to mine that. But I don't need to. I got so much Promethium from mining on the on Empyrion that I don't really need anymore. But what else is in the... Am I going to crash into it? I might do. What else is around here? I thought I just saw something else there. Again, it seems a bit empty around here. I'm expecting more things than this, but unlucky maybe. An iron asteroid? This is all lovely, you know. But what I really want... is some wrecks and things. What's this over here? What be this then? Is this the pirate base? In the story mode, there is a pirate base you can go to. Yeah, it's a hidden station. We're not actually got a problem with the pirates right now, I don't think. They're neutral to us, so we could go and trade with them. I don't think we really need to, but we could. Yeah, it's just it's a base built into the asteroid. We can do business with them. We can get our ship repaired or refueled as well. So that's okay. And I think you can do things for the pirates as well. You can get involved with them if you really want to. I suspect you have to be a bit of a butthead to do it. Even they don't like the Xerax, but you have to do piratey things. Well, there we go. That's more like it. So let's see what we've reached. We've got 3 up ahead. I expect those two, the two on the middle, the one that's dead ahead and one to the... Should we do ship controls? Starboard. That isn't right, isn't it? It can't be starboard in space. To the right. to the right hand side of the ship. I guess it should be spin and in and out of system is how you should be doing it. But anyway, the one to the right is probably an asteroid. That's the one in the middle. And the one to the left might be a wreck, but we'll check them all out. And once we've done them all, we don't really need to go visit them again. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of here. Oh, the Inferno Club. That is again part of one of the story modes. It's literally a nightclub. Okay, literally a nightclub in space. You have to go and meet some shady people there at various times. I'm sorry that I'm not doing the story mode if you really wanted that, but it sounds better than it is, and it's really quite janky in places. It's just frustrating, and sometimes when you're... What you get as part of the story mode... Oh, Promethean asteroid, very nice. We're getting the XP for it. You get like a wall of text or something that is... what's going on, if you see what I mean. And it's not really very... It's kind of low-grade sci-fi. I'm sorry to be rude like that, but it's... I wasn't particularly engaged by it, as far as the story goes. An ice asteroid, well, that's kind of interesting as well. So, as you'd imagine, it's one you could mine, just like you mine anything else. However, of course, the ice can be turned into the most important resource, oxygen. So it's another good source of that. I mean, again, if I was that short on oxygen right now, I probably would mine it, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think maybe... not the next system, but the next area we're in, if I'm worried about water supplies, or I've got... I can see there are planets that are not water bearing, then I might go and do it. But it's not as... This is Eric's defence station. I'm not going to risk it, really, as far as that goes. It's not important. And again, there's no point attacking that thing either. That is the equivalent of... excuse me, the little anti-personnel guns you can put on your base. It's one of those mounted on a thing. There's no other resources there apart from mining the little defence station to pieces. It's not really worth it for the damage you take, and you don't want to get out of the ship because it will kill you really fast. But you know, again, I've not got any rockets on this, so there's no point pew-pewing it with a Gatling because it's not going to do enough. Silicon asteroid, no Rex. Oh, there's another one over here. I'm really quite disappointed by this. Maybe it's just a system where not many people crash. I think this is probably the last one we're going to try, and then we'll head back to Empyrion, yeah, and go from there. I mean, I'm okay for resources. I've got loads of fuel. I'm a little bit low on food. I mean, I've got some more cereal bars in the in my storage. Oxygen's okay. I've got plenty more oxygen. But there you go. Yeah, I'm really quite disappointed I've not found any shipwrecks, because again, as I say, you can find some really quite rare resources on them. Zascosium alloy and things like that. It's just, either I'm not seeing them or I'm not doing whatever. I might pop out to one of those later. Sometimes you find wrecks, unsurprisingly, near defence bases, presumably because they've shot them down, or shot them not down, shot them into inactivity. You've shot them to pieces. It's just another... What is this? Another asteroid, isn't it? Another ice asteroid. We just go and check this one out, get out this defence thing and see if there's another one around there. Yeah, maybe we shall. But yeah, we're just not finding anything. I'm not going to do any more hunting around in space after this. I'm going to do some more things on Empyrion, and then before very long we're going to head off somewhere new. I know, exciting, but we're not ready. We're not prepared for that yet. When we get there, when we're ready, we'll go and do it.